Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you went there? Maybe you were looking for your phone, a book, or even a snack, but the moment you stepped through the doorway, your mind went blank. It is frustrating, right? But what if I told you that this is not just forgetfulness, it is your brain playing a trick on you? This is the story of the doorway effect, a strange but scientifically proven phenomenon that shows how your brain can trap you without you even realizing it. By the end of this story, you will see how this effect controls your memory, decision-making, and even your life choices. Welcome to Epic English Stories, where we help you learn English through powerful, life-changing stories. Listening to these stories will not only improve your English but also open your mind to fascinating ideas. If you want to grow in language and life, hit that subscribe button now. One evening, Sarah was sitting in her living room when she suddenly remembered she needed her notebook. She stood up and walked into her bedroom. But the moment she crossed the doorway, something strange happened. She completely forgot why she was there. She stood still, looking around, confused. "What was I looking for?" she muttered. She retraced her steps back to the living room, and suddenly, her memory returned. "Oh, right. My notebook." This was not the first time this had happened to Sarah. It had happened in grocery stores, at work, even at friends' houses. And she was not alone. Millions of people experience this daily. But why? Scientists at the University of Notre Dame conducted an experiment to understand this mysterious phenomenon. They found that walking through a doorway literally erases short-term memory. Why? Because your brain treats doorways like mental boundaries. When you move from one room to another, your brain resets itself to focus on the new environment. It discards the previous thought because it assumes it is no longer relevant. It is like closing one tab on your computer and opening a new one. The old information disappears, even if you still need it. But here is where it gets even more interesting. The doorway effect is not just about forgetting why you walked into a room. It affects how you make decisions, set goals, and even change your habits. Have you ever started a diet or a workout routine, only to abandon it after a few weeks? Have you ever set a big goal, like learning a new skill, but lost motivation after a short time? That is the doorway effect in action. Whenever you move from one phase of life to another, your brain resets. The motivation you had in the beginning fades because your brain sees the new phase as a fresh start, discarding old intentions. Think about New Year's resolutions. On 1st January, people are excited about their goals. They promise to exercise, save money, or learn a new language. But by February, most have given up. Why? Because crossing into a new year is like walking through a doorway. The brain resets, making it easier to forget old goals. The same happens when you switch jobs, move to a new city, or even start a new relationship. Your brain resets, and past commitments fade away unless you actively remind yourself of them. But here is the good news: you can outsmart your brain. You can use the doorway effect to your advantage instead of letting it control you. Here's how. Write things down. Always write down important thoughts before switching environments. If Sarah had written, "Get my notebook," before leaving the room, she would not have forgotten. Use mental triggers if you are setting a goal. Create reminders in your environment. Want to exercise daily? Keep your running shoes visible. Want to eat healthy? Place a bowl of fruit where you can see it. Reaffirm your goals daily before starting a new phase. Repeat your goals to yourself. Say them out loud or write them down every morning. This helps your brain hold on to them. Now, think about your own life. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why? Have you ever set a goal but lost motivation after a while? Tell me in the comments, what is one thing you always forget? And how will you use this trick to outsmart your brain? Let's talk about it. The doorway effect teaches us an important lesson: your brain is powerful, but it also has limitations. If you understand how it works, you can take control of your life instead of letting your mind control you. And remember this: success is not about willpower alone. It is about creating systems that keep you on track. At Epic English Stories, we bring you real-life stories that change how you see the world while improving your English. If you found this story interesting, subscribe now for more mind-blowing stories. And tell us in the comments, what is one way you will use this knowledge to improve your life? Let's inspire each other. Until next time, stay curious, stay focused, and remember, your brain is a tool. Learn to use it wisely.